Yeah, I think that, you know, it's going to be a bit of a struggle here for mid one, who's an amazing player. Like, absolutely. But it just feels like this draft is so comfortable for Spirit. And SMG kind of struggling to figure out, you know, what their identity is with the way that they want to play this.
Yeah, SMG holding high ground here a little bit with the Faces Void. Faces Void pretty good here for snagging bounty runes.
I also just think they have such good heroes, again, on the side of Spirit for ganking.
Yeah, they lend themselves really well to it.
And their heroes are the ones that they're paired up with too, Aga. Like, they can leave them alone. Like, that's not a problem. Like, that's the one thing I'm really loving about the draft is seeing these self-sufficient cores. Like, after they get a certain amount of levels or farm or whatever, they just walk away and they're like, yeah, that's fine. We'll bounce around. See you later. Like, the mobility is so incredibly important.
Yeah, I think so. Top, Yatter not gonna stick around to try and steal. Gonna have to run away.
Slacks would say, quelling blade check. Does everybody have their quelling blade? There is a nature's prophet in the game.
Gotta make sure. I mean, the nature's prophet, at least, it is gonna be a core nature's prophet this time, so it's not gonna be as free to make those rotations early on to gank the side lanes, though you still gotta be prepared for it.
I just think it's going to be difficult, or a little bit more difficult for these supports to make the rotations versus what Spirit has going on.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see the mid showdown here of the Invoker versus the Earth Spirit. So far, a really good start for no one. Coming out with the 2 last hits and the 2 denies. The EMP did not secure the range creep. Normally, the range creep is, you know, all but guaranteed for the Invoker with the EMP play. But he was too early on it.
Just checking out some of these other lanes here. Bottom lane should be pretty quiet, I feel, just because of the fact that, you know, Void's going to be fairly survivable. You've got the Nature's Attendants over on the Enchantress, so I don't think we're going to see anything too crazy. Maybe some aggression coming out from Collapse and Mirror, because that's just how they play. But I'd like to see rotations. I think that's when we're going to see Maposhka make a rotation bottom or something. And
I mean, already level 2, there's a lot of kill potential, though, between the Centaur's power spike and also Murta having a stun and a silence. So Faces Void has to be careful not to get harassed at all. If his HP is not at 100%, he could get bursted really easily. Top lane, meanwhile, we see Afu doing what he does, going in and smacking people with the Elder Titan.
I feel like it's... Oh, Maposhka needing to be a bit careful here. Should be able to walk away. The dewarding battle, he lost it. No.
If he stayed close enough, maybe the minus 20 attack speed aura, he has the tag team, but wouldn't be able to.
Well, I was thinking like maybe that kind of offsets a little bit the fact that he does have tag team to return some of these hits, but Yatoro he wants to farm, right? Like, he just wants to hit creeps for now. Although I say that as does throw out that Wraithfire Blast over onto Afu, but just some harassment.
He's trying to secure his range creeps, that's all. He just doesn't want to get hit non-stop while going for these CS.
Got the little tornado over in the bottom lane. Coming out from Enchantress, nothing too wild.
Yeah, Wild Wings are really good for harassing in the laning stage, so using that a bit. And they're doing a lot of damage over on the Centaur. Though he does have Ring of Health and double Ring of Protection, so he's gonna be very hard to bring down here for them. Again, going in with a tornado, just being annoying to him.
Get that snowballs. They're making a play on mind control. Got the Wraithfire Blast. He goes and pops that Fairy Fire a little bit early. Maposhka being held on the side. Good stomp from Afu. They can turn this back around on Maposhka. So
yeah,
is he fast enough? Can he get there fast enough? Oh, they're trying. He's trying to slow him down, but he's not going to be able to do it. Can they get a return kill is the question. Wraithfire Blast in one. We'll pop the Lotus. The Athro says, yeah, nah, never mind. Mind control pops back up again.
Yeah, did a little base trip, so TPing in again with the TP, and he's going to be completely fine here. Top lane starting out really good for SMG.
Got the power of nature's prophet with teleport. Just feels so good being able to teleport home, come right back to lane.
This is what I have as a worry for Wraith King sometimes. Even though the hero, you know, is becoming popular in the current patch, I feel like his level like 1 to level 4, he can be prone to getting bullied. And right now he is struggling a bit. Doesn't have a point in crit yet.
Ooh, that blood grenade. Got the tag team. Oh no, they just chased him right underneath that tower. It's a great start for SMG in this top lane.
It has so many creeps pushing, right? This is not just dying, but it's dying when all these creeps are starting to push into the Radiant side. So Poshka is doing the best he can, trying to, you know, pull the creeps back or maybe get a last hit here or there. But Yatoro is bleeding a lot of farm here.
These are good moves. These are what they need to do, because I feel like in the last 3 games that we've cast, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, English is my my second language. Yep, clearly. We've seen him just have free reign of the map, like being able to hit all the creeps he wants. His team's just making all this space. I do expect to see some movement coming out around the 6-minute mark for those power runes. But for the time being, like, they've really just pinned everyone down into the lane where Team Spirit has not been allowed to make the moves that they want to. In fact, look at this. Afu is making his way towards mid lane, towards Laurel.
Yeah, they're looking not just with him, but they're coming in with Enchantress as well from the other side. Didn't connect the stomp, though. They're still
They'll
diving.
connect the roll, and this is looking very, very good here for SMG. So they'll get themselves a kill, and they've got the Cardi wave at the tower, too.
Yeah, this is a good time to push. You have 2 points in Enchant as well, an Enchantress, so she's gonna go see if she can find another creep, maybe come back to mid even. And that's what she's doing. She found a hill troll, so got the end snare. If Invoker TP's in here to try and get the catapult off his tower, he could be in danger.
I think they needed rotations. Like, once they saw this rotation from... This is a little bit late here from Mira. This is looking like a very dead Muerta.
I like this. This
kill
was...
chance, though?
Yeah.
Maybe? Nah, there it is. Laurel's here. So is Maposhka. They could try to put some pressure on. No more mana left over on No One or down wall.
I mean, what I like about this is that this move was basically off script. If we go back to, you know, we had the conversation about Puppy and saying, you know, oh, you have these forced objectives. This rotation came in before 6-minute power runes.
That's true.
And they dove the Invoker, killed him once, and then they were already in position. Whereas, oh, T-Spirit, maybe they can get their Spirit.
This is looking a little rough for him,
He's gonna
especially
be
with the
fine.
Enchantress. Throw out an EMP tornado just for a little extra, but no one's able to roll on out. No, that's a great point, though. That it came a little bit earlier than what they were expecting, right? So
Yeah, and meanwhile, SMG were stuck in sort of, or T-Spirit were stuck in this sort of, you know, 6 minutes. That's when I'll be on the rune.
Yeah.
But 6 minutes was too late this time.
Collapse has had a lot of time to hit creeps, though, and just level up. And they do have a snowball. TP's coming out from Elder Titan. They want mid one. They get the stomp. Can they burst them down fast enough? That was a question. Yes, they can. But there's the Echo Stomp mind control. Everyone's TPing down to this bottom lane. Mira also in position, though. No one looking for a kill. That Stampede's going to run out. This is not looking like Mira's going to survive it. So they'll end up getting themselves a support kill. But look at the TP rotations. Look at that mass amount of teleports, because now Yatoro, he's got all this free space up top.
I mean, that was 5 heroes versus an offlaner and 2 supports. So this is already fantastic for them. They are
Laurel?
maybe gonna lose Tusk, but
It's gonna be a look at Afu. Tusk is saying, if I'm going down, I'm taking down someone with me. So we'll have that Echo Stop. The roll in from No One going off to the side. They need just a little bit more. They'll be able to take down Afu.
yeah, this is all working out so beautiful here for Team Spirit. They're gonna get the top rune as well, Arcane Rune for Laurel.
And again, it felt like SMG was in this great position, but I feel like an over-committal almost for trying to save mid one. Just, I feel like they lost some of that momentum.
I mean, they tried to make the big move there with Nature's Prophet is what you want to do, try and utilize that you can outnumber your opponent, but normally you want to win the fight really big, and they didn't get much more than their opponents. In fact, they got less. They lost their carry, so Top
Nice
now,
play
diving
here
onto
on
Nature's
mind control
Prophet.
top. They need a little bit more damage. The snowball comes in.
And that's also the danger of playing Nature's Prophet. This last big Nature's Prophet into the Tusk is scary because you're not going to be safe just by sprouting yourself in this game.
Well, it looked like Maposhka was trying to teleport bottom to make moves on mid one because Collapse was getting just slowly chunked down, but ends up staying and ends up getting a kill because of it. Mira spotting mid one, lands the dead shot over to the side, but already can see no one making his way down in. Laurel, they just want to kind of back off of this. This is not feeling like they want to stick around too long. They do have the roll, though. They would like to get Laurel sidesteps off. Ghost walks have the dust, as important. And so Laurel does eventually fall. But again, it's a huge amount of teleports during all this.
Yeah, mid one tried to chase down Mira as well, was looking to get enough damage to maybe commit a chrono, but doesn't do so, and a lot of time wasted for him before his
Mind
just
control.
chasing.
Oh, this is looking like a dead mind control.
Yeah, this is rough for him. He's dying. Just back,
More than he'd like to.
come back to the lane, die so quickly, and this is gonna put Wraith King close to his Midas as well. Rotation is coming in top, looking for whatever they can find, but I think they already smelled this gank. They had the vision on them walking top, so. Full blade mail is complete on no one on his Earth Spirit. We can dive in a bit more aggressively now.
We've got the Vanguard on Collapse, and we do have the rotation from Maposhka. This is what they love to do. They love using these gates. They'll use a snowball, and again, he is holding on to that. Oh, the silence, though. Can they burst him down? No Chronosphere available for him at all. Not when you land the silence like that.
Yeah, that is exactly the concern in this game for a Faceless Void. There's so many different things to just burst you. Goes down, and again, we see Yatoro just dodging these ganks. He's like, nope, I'm not gonna die. So enemy carry dies, he comes down bottom, and now SMG wanna fight. Yatoro is waiting for them.
Hello, no one. Hello, Manuel. Yes, the team is here, though. They have to be careful. Faceless Void. Ooh, this could be big for them. Mid one's here. He's in position. He could go for the Chronosphere if they want. They don't even need it, though, with that long range hit. So they'll take the tower, but it's expensive. So they end up losing their Wraith King. Collapse still holding on to that Stampede. Could opt to use it. They have, again, that Chronosphere. Lands a stop. Are just going to hightail it out. Do have a haste rate over on no one, so he's going to try to slow him down. A little bit of a sidestep. Nicely done. Magnetize is going to get used on Collapse, and that Wrath of Nature. This is looking like a dead Collapse and potentially a dead Maposhka, as they'll use the Chronosphere. They want to finish him off. Good dead shot, though. Buys him just a little bit more time. I don't think it's going to be quite enough, although the snowball buying a bit more, rolling back over onto Alpha, canceling out the Echo Stomp, and he's really making them work for it, as pretty much everyone on the side of SMG is in this bottom lane. Again.
That's some really big commitment, but they do get paid this time on the side of SMG. They get a lot of kills, and they win the fight handily. Meanwhile, Invoker just kind of farming. Now showing up with the DD rune, looking for whatever he can do, but it's a bit too late. I was surprised to see him not try and join for this engagement. And also the first takedown there on Yatoro, he had a skill point ready if he wanted to skill up Reincarnation, but elected not to do so. Felt like it would be a waste.
Laurel doing a little bit of hunting, does find himself mind control, but no one is also here in position. He's got himself that double damage. It's about to wear off. He needs one more hit. There it is. He's got it. And now Maposhka, Shenwell joining into the fight. Laurel with the tornado. Be able to land a big walrus punch over onto Noah. The body blocks up from Maposhka. This is looking pretty good. Can Laurel finish him off in time? Yes, he can. He's still alive. There's the dust, though. Shenwell, he just can't quite find the angle. He's still alive somehow. Should be able to just finish him off, though, with Afu in position. That was such low health. That's very tight.
Yeah, they do get two really good kills. They get the Nature's Prophet and then get the Earth Spirit. And it took a lot of effort to finally bring down the Invoker. And now Enchantress doesn't have ulti yet.
Yeah, that's just a dead Enchantress.
I think getting ulti in this game is pretty important. He's level 7 and still has not elected to put a single point in it. I guess he really wants zero cooldown and max enchant, but...
Mind control's got to be so careful. They do spot Maposhka, though, here on the side. There's going to be the roll from no one. I'm looking at this bottom lane, like mid one. cannot stand toe-to-toe to Collapse right now. Like, Collapse just keeps bullying him out of lane.
Yeah, he's having a great time on the side of Centaur and farming up very aggressively. Almost has the entire Blink Dagger as well, so it's going to be the key timing where he can start joining to make stuff happen. We've seen how Collapse before on this Brewmaster, just getting key items and then starting to move non-stop with the supports. Probably going to see the same thing.
You can already see Miposhka has made his way towards this bottom area. He's got the Invis rune, so he'll be able to point out, hey, look, I found an Enchantress. They are teleporting multiples down, though. They don't know Miposhka's here. No one on the high ground. Okay, there it is. There's going to be the Chronosphere plus the Splitter Mind Control, also teleporting down, taking advantage of that global capability. But again, it's 5 heroes in this bottom lane. And now there's no Chronosphere. There's no Earth Splitter.
Oh, they still want to try and turn this. This is a dangerous fight for Team Spirits, but they want to stick around. Invoker was revealed.
Does get spotted. They see no one. The calling silence. Good stop, though, coming out from Afu, buying them a bit more time. Silence being used to get over onto the Elder Titan. No one rolling on through. Good deafening blast. Not going to be able to keep him alive, though.
Finally, they do get another kill. Really good stuff for SMG there. I can't help myself but laugh because at the start of fights, Miposhka was kind of cosplaying as Invoker. He had an Invis rune and he has tag team, so it looks like you have Invoker next to you, but it's actually a Tusk next to you in his own little ghost walk.
That is kind of funny. Ooh, Collapse finding an opening on no one. Have to be careful. They've got the Blade Mail, the calling, pushing back mid one, jumping forward, sees himself Miposhka. He's going to try to use those shards, but unfortunately, he's just bought himself a little bubble.
Oh boy.
Not a safety bubble, just a bubble.
He's not getting out of that one. Not alive. Yatoro, meanwhile, on top lane has finished up an entire armlet along with his Midas. Now looking to go over to the ancient area, perhaps, or maybe even eyeing up the mid tower. He has 8 charges on the skeleton summon.
"16 minutes. The Yatoros found themselves the regen rune. Snap that up.
I'm not really gonna commit for a push mid, respecting that they have quite good defenses. Mira, though.
Mira's gonna have to go use the Pierce the Veil, try to survive as no one sees far on the side of the river, but a nice Earth Splinter coming into play. Can they finish off Mira? Not gonna be able to quite do a mind control. Very far forward now as Yatoro chases after him. He's just gonna continue to toggle. They find this Collapse. Good positioning from the Centaur will ensure they get themselves a double kill, sidestepping over onto Afu. They want this kill. They want a little bit more blood. The tag team triple kill now for Yatoro. As Miposhka, he's eyeing the not the Centaur, he's eyeing this Enchantress. As they want a little bit more blood, and it's just an ultra kill for this man right now.
Oh boy, Yatoro with the first real big fight participation here, and it works out beautifully for him, unless you count the bottom one where he kind of just ran away and died. But getting an ultra this early on, and he's going for a straight, like, super one-shot build. Building towards Deso, almost has the entire thing. He will absolutely just destroy people during the stunts of Centaur.
Yeah, that double right there, the double stomp, so good. So good coming out from Collapse, really enabling him to catch up and do the damage needed.
It's what Collapse does best, right? It's like his main thing as a player, finding these big AoE stunts. That's basically what he's really great at.
Yatoro's making his way over here.
Afu in danger.
Yeah, they're in a great position. That is a very dud Elder Titan. And that can easily translate into a push here in this mid lane, should they choose to do it. Deso completed now for the... Oh, not yet, sorry. They did not buy the Blightstone yet. My bad.
Just needs the tiny little components. Has already the double Mythor Hammer. But,
not used to that. I'm used to seeing, the little bits picked up first.
Yeah, the laning stage one, yeah.
Yeah.
But finally, he does get the entire thing. And with the Midas, also going to find himself Orb of Destruction, so even more minus armor.
Laurel. Okay, bottom lane. They're trying to make the moves on Collapse. Mid one chases after him. Does have the Chronosphere. He's going to use it for Collapse, but Miposhka's here. He's going to try to get into position. Nice snowball. Somehow Collapse. Nope, he will end up dying. As the rest of the team, they do make this rotation. The Magnetize, though, will push them back.
Not the getaway cleanly. It was a little bit expensive using the Chrono, but still early enough in the game. You can kind of commit the Chrono like that for a core kill. Should be worth it. Now they just need to run away. This does give a window, though, for Team Spirit to try and abuse with Chrono cooldown.
I thought for like half a second that Collapse was actually going to survive that, and I was like, oh my god, no way. Afu, though, he's just a little bit too far forward, especially without the vision here on the side. So they're going to make a play on the Elder Titan, but Laurel also now very awkwardly positioned because there are 4 heroes from the side of SMG that were waiting to murder him as well.
I think he didn't expect them to stick around that aggressively after having used their Chrono, but he gets caught out under a ward. He pings it out afterwards, says, guys, they saw me here, but they found a key kill on him.
There are just no brakes on this train, though. Look at this here. Midwest says, no,
Cape.
I don't want it.
Gossamer Cape doing God's work right now against this.
Ooh, nice little play here from mid one, and now they're outnumbered. Especially when Mind Control jumps back into Yatro. He's trying to finish off, just do enough damage before he dies. Does have the reincarnations. Gonna join up here with Collapse. The toggles are real. Stop over onto mid one. Do they have the burst? Can they finish him off in time? Yes, they can. As again, the toggles coming out from this man, chasing after no one. There we go. They'll block him from being able to roll away. Sunstrike not gonna be able to quite connect, but there it is. There's the double kill. Mind Control throwing out that Wrath of Nature, hoping maybe he'll toggle a little bit funny. Uses that Might. It's very, very important. You have to make sure you do that, boys and girls. But he's not going to be able to teleport out. No way in heck.
I mean,
over on the side, Mira might end up being the sacrificial lamb here. But I think you're okay with that when you consider how many kills. Oh, God, it's back up again. Stampede's already up. The chase is on. A little bit of a stomp over onto Collapse. Does land onto Yatro too, but that's about all they have at this point. Yatro is continuing to try to toggle around. That's going to be reincarnation. They're all slowed. It's going to allow Collapse to be able to teleport out. As now Yatro just manning up, fighting against Afu. He is getting kited though. This Enchantress is a problem, as is mid one, as he just chases him down and smacks him across the teeth.
That was a key turnaround right there by Afu.
Kill streak ended. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of gold to Enchantress out of all heroes, so she almost gets sponsored a full, full Misty. Well, she did get sponsored a full Staff of Wizardry.
Yeah.
Almost has the full 4-staff here towards her Hurricane Pike. And he also got lucky, got the Grove Bow, so he's looking to do quite a bit of damage now with this injection. But overall, Yatro is just snowballing this game.
That's like his one, like, real... I don't say big misstep because he's had a couple kills, but like it takes a lot to take him down. Like he is a raid boss.
He definitely is. And Apu got a really nice catch there with the double stomp. He's doing a good job. He's also building towards a BKB of his own on the side of Elder Titan.
I don't know about you, but I feel like Team Spirit uses these gates more than any other team that I've watched recently.
They really do. They really do. At least in the series that we've seen now.
Spirit gates.
Yeah.
If they win TI, only if they win TI.
Yeah, they should be a team cosmetic for the gates, you know.
Ooh, that'd be cool. Get on top of that.
Have all the player spaces like runes around the gates. Beautiful.
That would be kind of weird. I don't know. Like look over just
make it satanic. Full run of Aegis over on the side of Murta as well now, so even more lockdown. This Manta Staff for Faces Void could not come soon enough. He needs it badly.
Look at the positioning. Laurel seeing the charge. They are smoked up over on the supports, and no one. Yatro, the jump forward. They just want to burst down mid one as fast as possible, and by God, they do it. Chase is on now after the Enchantress. Nice dead shot, forcing her into a weird position here as they do manage to go and land that Earth Splitter. So Yatro needs to be careful. Good 4-step forward. Ooh, but the last hit coming in. Oh, nicely done from the Enchantress. Eyes on the prize. No one now. He's going to be in the middle of 3 heroes, and Laurel's not looking too healthy. He's going to end up dying as Collapse jumps back in. Mira tries to stay alive, but there's just too much magic damage. Collapse not looking healthy either. No one gets an ultra kill thanks to the Magnetize and the rest of his team.
God damn, that was a nice connection right there. The no one roll in. He got such a nice devastation when he arrived. Just kind of caught them by surprise, I think, on the side of Team Spirit. They didn't have the ulti ready yet over on their Wraith King, and they tried to get away with the Stampede, but it was just too late. At that point, already caught by the Elder Titan and the Earth Spirit. This AoE damage control that they have works out really beautifully. Even without Chrono, they win that fight and make it look easy.
Now with the BKB on no one, it's It's going to make things a lot more difficult for the side of Spirit to be able to control, because I feel like they're relying a lot on the calling, like getting that silence to make sure that he can't move around as easily, and this is going to make things so much more difficult.
Yeah, look at that. That was beautiful magnetized as well, as we see a little bit there, the replay. But yeah, this puts SMG, they were 4,000 gold ahead, now it's 3,000 gold ahead as well. They're in a pretty comfortable spot. Having the Gleipnir as well over on the Nature's Prophet allows for being a bit more aggressive in these fights.
Arcane Rune picked up for no one as they smoke immediately, and they're on the hunt. And for the first time, I feel like in a while, Team Spirit really on the defensive, as Yatro will end up popping the smoke on Afu.
There are so many nice timings for them right now. They have the BKB on him, they have the BKB on Elder Titan. So no one gets stuck in a little spot, but it's gonna roll out of that in a jiffy. And Manta Star as well in Faces Void. I mean, SMG are just completely online right now.
Do you have a completed heart on Centaur? And he is working towards that Pipe of Insight. He should have that soon. Oh, nice little find on Baposhka. Good roll forward, the silence, the damage is real. As there'll be a snowball coming to play over onto mid one, but he's still dead for this, for sure.
Yeah, they just abandoned the area. They're saying, okay, you take Roche, we're gonna go somewhere else, we're gonna split push a bit, you know, we'll see you later. We're not taking the fight after getting our Tusk caught out of position like that. So that's just gonna be a free Roche, and getting an Aegis on this Faceless Void is gonna feel so nice, because he's gone on 4 times, and every single time it's been just unpreventable chain stuns, pretty much chain silence.
Yeah.
So finally having a little bit of safety net feels good for him.
Mind control almost having that BKB too, so that'll also be very, very important coming up in the next minute or so. Yeah, Spirit, they have to chill. They got to back off for now. There's an Aegis on the side of SMG. Maybe they can get a pick off. I don't know. How do you think they play this? Ooh,
they got a full BKB as well on Nature's Prophet now, so they have triple core safety nets basically.
Yatro. There's an opening. Fighting mind control on the back line, though, immediately. Just wanting to take him out, but the Gleipnir coming into play. Earth Splitter. Oh my god, the damage over onto that Elder Titan. But there it is. There's the Chronosphere. Capturing 3 on the side of Spirit, but mid one, he doesn't have enough damage just yet to go and finish off anyone. They'll end up losing Maposhka mid one. He's in so many people just surrounding him right now. Yatro, he's trying to get away. A good stop. They get that Aegis. There's the reincarnation, though. So both their cores coming back up for the second time. And it feels like Spirit, they don't feel comfortable. They don't want to deal with this. Although Laurel, staying in position, is holding on to that Cold Snap EMP. They could potentially go back in. In fact, they go in with the smoke. They'd like to get themselves a bigger fish than just John Well, though.
Yeah, they don't really want to commit on him. Not a good target. But they get away pretty scot-free there. Taking a fight into Aegis. This is where we see Team Spirit. They have no respect in games. They just take fights into Aegis and don't really care. And honestly, I'm not saying that as like, oh, they should respect their opponents. It's more, they don't have fear, and because of that, they can play the map. Otherwise, a lot of teams would just say, oh, you know, the enemy have Aegis, let's avoid confrontation. They go for this confrontation. Even though it's not really favorable, they manage to squeeze out a pretty even trade there. And then the map is, you know, back to normal. There's no Aegis anymore.
That's true. That's true. Do get the Tormentor was taken for the side of SMG, so the Echo Stomp has the lowered cooldown and can also alt cast. So that way he can take the spot of the Astral Spirit, which will be interesting.
Yeah, mainly the CDR is really big. It's a 4.4 second sleep and it's 9-second cooldown with the shards. So it's a very high uptime on controlling your opponents. But of course, if he lands the Spirit on a lot of heroes, then he can jump in and punch like a madman too.
We'll say he's very far forward here without the rest of his team, but of course they do have good vision. They can see where the Wraith King is and the rest of the side of Spirit. So it's going to be able to make these plays. Look, collapse. Yeah, they've got a smoke over on the side of SMG, and they say, let's go take this tower. Let's go meet up with our core. Maybe swing by here through the buy angle, see if there's anything there.
The Silver Edge. Yatoro he's sniffing Nature's Prophets. He's like, oh, creeps just died. He must be nearby, but not quite gonna connect. So see the smoke here on no one. He's hunting for whoever he can find.
needs to be careful he doesn't get too far away from the rest of his team. Although with mind control being on the Nature's Prophet, right, he can be there in a jiffy.
Oh, but he could also be dead in a jiffy.
He could also be very dead. BKB. Oh, no. You never want to use the defensive BKB. Okay, maybe they can turn this around. They have Chronosphere. Yatoro, he's taking a lot of damage. Just have himself the reincarnation. He's got the Silver Edge, and they're going to preemptively use the Chronosphere because the rest of the team not here to protect him. With that Earth Splitter, with that Natural Order, it is devastating.
He goes down super fast there, and this again puts SMG in a good spot here to maybe go and push a tower. 60 seconds is a pretty long time without Yatoro.
No one was trying to make something happen, but Poshka's here though too. Knowing that they don't have a lot of these TPs because they all went top. Sunstrike, BKB comes out from no one as he gets a nice kick back. He wants Maposhka. Collapse trying to just close the gap. Needs some more damage though, and looks like he's not going to be able to quite have it here. Another stomp over onto No One. Laurel making his way down. No One somehow still alive during all of this. The EMP coming out.
Oh my
Mid
God.
one has no
mana.
This is a disaster if they lose mid one. They've got to be really, really careful. But the rest of the side of SMG, they have walked their way across the map. So now Spirit in a potentially dangerous situation. They do not have their Wraith King.
Oh my God, he survives not only thanks to his shield rune, but by some interesting use of the edge of map there, rolling out from the edge of the map, sort of giving him an invulnerability timer, you know, just going off, and also hiding in tree line. That's a little bit of sound lag there, so he's going to do a reconnect, but No One just pulling some absolute black magic there to stay alive.
That was impressive. I mean, if he was a little bit more over to the side, like that tornado would have clipped him, but just perfect positioning.
It almost looked like he was going to be the one to take down the Tusk instead. If he had a little bit of help sooner, maybe the Tusk would have died. But he stays alive. Spirit, though, again, we see this pattern of them being aggressive, right? Even with Yatoro dead or fighting into an Aegis, they don't care. They need to keep making moves. They're always staying active and looking for whatever they can punish. So instead of SMG going for a tower push during the time that Yatoro is dead, they had to react to this, and now Yatoro is about to respawn, and they didn't really lose anything.
This cracks me up a little bit because, like, when I first got started, we had all these, back when Eastern Europe was called CIS, right? CIS Dota. There were all these, like, little cups that you would cast as a beginning caster. And you would watch these games, and they'd just be full of bloodbaths. Like, it'd just be constant, like, fight after fight after fight. But with a lot of those little cups, like the fights were super bloodthirsty, but they weren't calculated. They would be a lot of like, okay, well, let's go fight. Let's go put the pressure down. But what Spirit's been doing here with the games that we've watched so far is they have this calculated aggression. And sometimes they push the envelope a little too far, right? And SMG is very good at being able to punish that. You can see too with like No One, he knows the limits on his hero, so he can kind of take the same risks while he plays around cat and mousing with them. But I think that's really interesting. Like you said, they not necessarily that they don't have the respect of the enemy team. It's just like they're like, okay, well, that didn't work, so let's do this. It's like almost like a computing machine in a sense. Like this solution didn't work, next solution. This solution didn't work, next solution. Like there's no downtime, it feels. There's no, what do we do now, guys? This is what we do.
I think the impressive part is that you nonstop have to evaluate, is it worth it going for this or not? And they do a great job finding the middle ground of staying active, but also not taking too big risks. And that's really difficult because any team can just run at the enemy and fight. That doesn't really take any skill to just go there, but they take very wise decisions. So yeah, so far though, SMG are keeping good pace with Team Spirit. I mean, they're currently ahead by 2,000 gold. They have the Faceless Void, who's the stronger late game carry, and Mind Control. He's doing what Mind Control likes to do on Nature's Prophet. He's up there in the net worth. He's, you know, ahead of the Faceless Void and scaling really well in this game.
So what's the next big item? I see that the Scotty's been queued up for mid one. That's going to be the next one that we see. Oh, they have to pop the BKB on Afu here. He got startled by Yatoro.
He doesn't want the one shot coming out. He has the gem, so he saw the Wraith King, and he's like, nope, not getting killed again.
Not losing that 900 net worth immediately.
Yeah, the gem is too precious. Do not want to lose it, especially as he was not the one who paid for it as well. You know, it was a gift by the Enchantress. Can't lose that already. Speaking of Enchantress, Janrel is going for one of my favorite builds on Enchantress, the Hurricane Pike into straight Moonshard. So it's going terrible damage.
Poshka It's gonna immediately get backed up by mind control here.
Yeah, no one has the mobility here on the Earth Spirit as well, very quickly. Just able to move across the field. Also has a full plate mill, so quite tanky.
Sheepstick queued up for Laurel.
Oh, Laurel, he's stuck around for the power.
No, mid one. Right there at the perfect time.
Manuel is gonna take that and get very close to his moon shard. Only 500 gold.
Yatro, standing nearby though, has collapse. Sees mid one. They can jump on him and just burst him down. Yeah, and by God they do. And they find themselves Afu. They'll happily take that too. So,
oh boy, this is
counterattack is real, Waga.
You can't expect them to not take a fight just because you kill the Invoker. This has happened over and over. They get like a big key kill, and they expect that, oh, now the map is safe because, you know, Wraith King is dead or Invoker is dead. It's never safe. They strike back, get two really nice takedowns there.
Look at Yatro.
Now,
He just beelines top now. So he's going to walk right over the sentry ward, but he saw someone that he was interested in and doesn't care. Top lane again. Can no one pull off some more shenanigans is the question. There's the stop. Poshko waiting here off to the side. He's going to roll
Blocking
forward.
him.
He's waiting patiently. We'll use that walrus punch. And comes Laurel. He's alive again. Trying to do some of these silly little moves like he did last time. But this time, too many heroes. And he's being tracked.
yeah, that was really nice hunt down. They do not allow him to get out. He had cooldown on his TP as well initially. So maybe if he had TP ready earlier, he could have gone for a BKB TP out somehow. But of course, there's the Tusk Punch as well, so still would have to roll away.
He was so patient with the
spot for him.
Tusk, though, like holding onto the snowball, because he's like, he's going to pull some other crazy shit again. Like, he's definitely going to just try to roll away.
Not just holding it, he was even standing in tree line. He was like hiding and not revealing that he was also there. I think he was trying to bait out the TP, you know, the BKB TP play, trying to get him to waste the BKB as well. But ultimately, they take him down.
Mid one. It's very aggressive there. Does not have the Chronosphere, and they have so much damage. Oh my god, he's stun locked. He can't do anything. That is a dead mid one, no buyback.
Okay, EMP.
And now they find themselves the Enchantress collapse, poking around a little bit. We'll use the Stampede to ensure that, you know, they can put a little more pressure down. Echo Stomp onto the backlines, over onto Laurel. Maposhka, though, getting into position. It's taking whiles over on the side. A whole fight over onto the side. They want mind control. They have the cancellation of that TP, and they'll get the kill. Collapse,
oh boy,
he
this
wants
is
more.
disaster.
He's like, hey, Afu, what's up? This is a nice house you got here. Sunstrike plus that. Oh, can they finish him off? Do they have the deafening blast? The BKB? Oh no! He's stuck! He can't get back into his base! He is gonna survive, but oh my gosh, the butthole's gotta be puckered after that one. As Spirit makes their way into this base.
Yeah, they're going straight for the racks, and Centaur even positioning himself to try and go for the towers as well here.
The question is, do they end or do they...
I think they don't. The respawns are coming up. They have to go for the tier 2 bottom. Collapse is already running over there. Man, these plays, with the Tusk having Aghanims completed as well, the map just became so much more scary.
God, I just love watching Yatro. Like, we talk about him moving with purpose. Like, he's one of those cores that always has his eyes on the next, you know, objective. And there's, like, no hesitation either.
Yeah, it feels like a lot of carries are just super mechanically skilled at farming and streamlining their farming and getting the items and then kind of winning by pushing high ground. Yatro will hunt. He's not like that. He's a hunter. He's, of course, super streamlined and everything else, but he makes these, you know, going off the beaten path decisions, and it's worked out really well for him this game. 15, 5, and 3.
Oh, there it is. There's another opening. They're chasing after Collapse, but it's a bait because they have a sheepstick. They have everything. So they drop the Earth Splitter. The buyback now coming out from no one. He's not happy about this. As over on the back line, mid one is going to teleport outside that gate.
Mid one was spotted by the sentry ward duration. Like they're at the initial vision.
Oh, look at them. Smoke up, going through the gate. They're hoping he's gonna get to. Yeah, look at this. Oh, Yatro opening up, wants to burst down mid one. They have it.
Jesus, he's getting baited. The Centaur illusion baited him. He was like, "Oh, I want this," and then they moved the illusion down a little bit into them. Like, this is rough, man. Right now, SMG getting outplayed across the map. And again, the portals. It's the portals. It started with
The
portals
spirit
and
gates.
it's
The spirit
looking-
gates.
Yeah, they're just continuing.
All right, so this is a Roche and a cheese. Now they're gonna have to try to kill Yatoro 3 times. As while this is going on, Collapse on the hunt. He sees himself off, so he'd like to just take him off of the map. They've got the Aegis. That silence from Mir perfectly positioned. Yeah, they're going to be down yet another hero. They do have buyback on Faceless Void. They've got buyback on the Elder Titan. But they won't have the... Oh, no, they will. They will. They have Earth Splitter once he's... Once they push into the space. So if he decides he wants to buy back, if they get that chrono, it could be very, very scary. But you got to kill Yatoro 3 times. That's hard.
I mean, this push is so fast. They have AC, they have the Desolator, and all these skeletons as well. Alacrity even. They're just tearing through the base here.
Yeah, and you can see, like, you know, mind control, he's trying to do something else. He doesn't know what to do because his cores, they're up, but they don't have the Elder Titan. They don't have the whole team, and it's just too spooky right now.
And I don't think they're going to make it easy for them. The easy thing for SMG is if they would keep pushing here on Team Spirit, but they're going to back off, and this makes it so scary. Going out on the map against the Hexon Invoker, against the Wraith King who keeps hunting people, and even the Tusk Aghanim's kick, you're so prone to getting picked off here. Mid one. Gets caught.
This is not looking good as he's gonna try to run away, but you can't run away. Not when you've got Collapse here already in position. This is Enchantress. A little time up into the air. The meatballs get dropped. The buyback, though, coming out from mid one. He wants to be back in this fight. Leapnear's going to get used. Collapse taking a lot of damage, but this dead shot coming into play. He's got the Lotus. They've got mid one. They get... Oh,
He's
my
down
God.
again.
It's a dieback. They get themselves mid one. They get themselves the Elder Titan. Now they're chasing after mind control. He cannot hope to escape. This is looking like the end.
Yeah, they're just going straight for it, going for the base. They don't have the tier 2 bottom taken yet. Double buyback comes in, but
They don't want to drop a game, though. They don't want to give it up. They buy back. Nice.
I don't know if they have
stomp
much of a
over
choice without the Faceless Void. They gotta do some base kicking here, get them into the fountain somehow, but base is falling.
I mean, Maposha's just going to kick right back over on the Apu, so
Oh, no.
see you later, and they call GG. Team Spirit, we said it before, we'll say it again. They look like they are in TI form.
Yeah, looking absolutely astounding here. I mean, this game was closer, though. This was definitely the most stressed that we saw them today so far. SMG had moments here where they